Well, schools will be navigating a controversial education law at the beginning of this school year that has seen a battle in the courtroom over the past year after a federal appeals court ruled the law will no longer be blocked. Local 5's Dana Searles has been following this ruling. Dana, what are the changes schools will be making?
Well, Stephanie, this is the law Governor Reynolds signed in the spring of 2023. It has been blocked by a district judge since late December, but now that's changing, and controversy has followed the law its entire way. So here is what the now enforceable law does. It removes all books depicting sex acts from school libraries. It prevents educators from teaching and discussing gender identity and sexual orientation with students through 6th grade. And it requires teachers to notify parents if a student asks to change their pronouns or name. And while today 3 appeal court judges ruled a temporary block on this law be lifted, the judges still agreed with some decisions by the district court.
The law was challenged by 2 lawsuits citing it violates the First Amendment and their rights under the Equal Access Act. It's been a back and forth in the courtrooms, the most recent action coming Friday by federal appeals judges making the law enforceable again. In the court's opinion, it says the temporary injunction was based on a flawed analysis of the law. It says the interpretation from the district court around gender identity discussion in classrooms should be considered differently before it can be interpreted in an absurd way. However, the Court of Appeals did say those filing the lawsuit still have standing to pursue its argument against the right to government speech in school libraries. The court also found one transgender student on the lawsuit has standing to sue after a district banned gender and sexuality alliance clubs for grades 6 and below.
Iowa Attorney General Brenna Bird and Governor Kim Reynolds called this ruling a victory, both standing firm that parents should be able to decide what their kids have access to in school. Now, Iowa Safe Schools, on the other hand, who is one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit, said that today was merely a delay, adding in part the 8th Circuit has affirmed that our students have been harmed and are able to pursue this lawsuit. The lawsuit will now go back to the district court as this ruling was only over the temporary injunction. Stephanie?